Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a great day today. I had a few new items yesterday, so I'm going to show you those with the measurements and the samples that I made. First up, I got a set of new tags, and they come in a set of 3 with a tiny little package there. And I cut all 3. I use this paper again. I like to use all my scraps. I don't like to waste it. And you get a little package, and that little package is going to be very useful, not just for putting on these tags, but if you've got small little critters or the girl dies or something like that, it's going to be a great size to put a little package in their hands or at the side of them. And the largest tag is, if I flip that over, just over, ooh, let me see that, 3 3/4 inches. So that's quite a nice size. I like putting them in little collections like this. They look nice on canning jars and things if you enjoy canning, or little recipe books. So those are my new tags. I also got some new stamps. I'll just grab those. I got these. Now, one of the things I always do with stamps, and I'm sure some people might be horrified, others not, but I always prime them. And I know people use nail files and erasers and all sorts of things to get a good key on their stamps, but all I use is StazOn. So every brand new set of stamps that I ever get, I stamp them first with StazOn, and then I do not clean them. I allow the StazOn to dry onto the surface of the stamp, and for me personally that gives it a great key, so that when I'm stamping on different surfaces, whatever ink that I decide to use after the StazOn, it doesn't pool up and dry spotty on the paper surface. So this is my new set of stamps, and just to show you how nicely they stamp, I will grab a few of the things that I have stamped. So I thought I'd stamped on some black and white cardstock, but I can't find it. But that's typically me. But anyway, first of all, I did it onto watercolour paper. Hold it down there so that you can see it. And coloured with watercolour inks. So as you can see, it does stamp very cleanly and very nicely. So that's the first thing that I did with those stamps. And then I cut them out and pop them onto this vintage style postcard, note card that I can put into one of my book pages, and I quite like that. And I also got this as a die. I'll show you that in a second. So I did that. To make that out of frame, I used my frill set, and I used the second size down in that set, which is that one. And it is a very large set of dies. The biggest one is, you can see my hand on there, it's huge, and if anybody's ever wanting to buy this set, it's 7.5 inches by just over 5 inches. But what's nice about this is even if you think that it's big, it folds in half into a very nice size note card. So it can be used like that, and you can cut the frill off and layer up different colours of frill so that you can completely frill the surface of your card or your project. So this is a really nice set of dies, so I just thought I would show you that. My other set of dies is this teeny tiny set of flowers, and I know a lot of people don't like to buy small dies, but I do, and I'll show you a reason for that. First of all, I'll show you, it's the little gold flower on this card here. I use some gold foil cardstock. But if I just take my earrings out, I'll show you what I do with small flower dies. Oops. There you go. My earrings. I put UV resin onto them, and I pierce them with my pokey tool, and then I put a fish hook in, and I make my own earrings. So as you can see, this is going to be the perfect size, and I'll probably cut them in watercolor cardstock and watercolor them, and I'll make myself some little watercolor flower earrings. But this is why I like tiny flower dies, because you can make charms and jewelry with them. Right, I am going to be back tomorrow, and I'm going to show different techniques on using Brusho. So if you have any Brusho paints and they confuse you, I'm going to show you some of the things that I use them for tomorrow. And quick look at everything I did today. I'll unpile it so that you can see it. Stamps, and you have a great day. Bye.